What's up, VC? It's your boy Eric. You know what? Let me go and take off these headphones where I can hear you. Been doing some yard work and, very little yard work. Been tinkering around on cars, getting them clean and what have you. Wearing an old, beat up, comfortable sweatshirt on Wisconsin. If there's 15 people out there that care, the women won the hockey national championship. But, men didn't even qualify. But, alright, no worries. This is going to be a random video. Try not to talk too loud. I don't know if you've watched these videos before, but I am in my dad's old office. And my mom has passed out of sleep now. It's after 10. She's an early bird in the medical field. And, yeah, I spent some time with mom today. Before heading over here, I threw some random stuff in a box. And figured I'd shoot here because I'm giving mom time. Anyways, it's baseball season. Let me get sports out the way because this is music talk. So anyone who's confused who sees this red baseball logo, this is an alternate colorway for the Chicago White Sox. If you can't tell, I've been a fan a long time. And yeah, man, I'm in my mid-30s here, and I remember there's no interleague play. So I am a Brewers White Sox fan because once upon a time, unless it was a thin chance they'd meet in the World Series, competitively, their matchup didn't exist. So anyways, it's the only sport I have two teams, and it's the one sport I continuously get let down twice a year. But anyways, that out the way, let me flip this hat back around where it's comfortable. And instinctually I wear these up here, that way I won't forget about them or misplace them. But anyways, this one's going to be a little random. It's going to be all over the place. Well, I'm random anyways, you guys know that. Hopefully, if people have tuned in long enough, they know that. But I got a little mail time. I got a little shout out to someone in the metal community here. I'm going to partake in what they're putting out there. Continue to build bridges with the metal music community here on the interwebs. And then, yeah, I'm also going to enter a vinyl contest here, as well as give you an update on mine. But anyways, I might as well go and talk about that. April 4th, I'm going to drop one. Crazy busy at work this week. I got to be at work early tomorrow. And I don't have a day off on Sunday. And my Wednesday is spoken for. No need to lament about my ongoings in life. But yeah, April 4th, I'm going to launch a contest. Pretty all-inclusive. Easy for everyone to get along with. And there's going to be some cash prizes. It's going to be a good time. And it's going to run from 4-4 to 5-5. So it's super easy to remember. Anyways, thank you to anyone who's watching. It's been 3 minutes. Let's talk about music. Or, you know what? Let me go and pull a douche. Huh? I believe this is Cass. As you can tell, I'm at my mom's house. My mom's bottle opener. Ooh la la. But, this is Korea's #1 beer. I was at the Korean market. I'm a chef. I was buying chef things for people that cook Asian food. I make pho at the house. It's delicious. You know, F-H-O, pho. It's pho. Pho noodle. It's delicious. It's healthy. Your boy's trying not to be a gargantuan. But, here we go, man. Let's knock this out the box. Mail time. I was holding off on this one because, man, I got some more mail. I figured it would have come by now. It just hasn't. So no worries. I'll just do one piece of mail. I've actually been sitting on this for a while. I like to play around on eBay, right? And so sometimes, you know how it is. If you're bidding on eBay, sometimes you just find a buy it now price. Click. Gotta have it. Price is right. Do it. But sometimes, you know, you're looking for an obscure piece of wax. It's just not working out for you. You might bid on something, or my experiences. You set a hard cap of where you think you can get it eventually, and it keeps on going over in price in some range, right? So one of the records I wanted was that Jack White Boarding House Reach. I don't know why. It's weird. It's on me. I just despise that cover with the not lady looking lady, transgender looking lady. No hate for transgender, do your thing. But it's just bad artwork. It didn't make any sense. I couldn't stand it. I'm kind of a Jack White completist, you know, mainly because I like the music, not so much like I like an artist, so I have to have everything. What's been happening? But anyways, this is my first was it his vinyl vault, third man vinyl vault? But so I grabbed that, and I guess I'll give you the whole rundown, all the spiel. You know, everyone always seems to like when you show every little detail. So, anyways, let me set this down for 1 second. I got all the bells and whistles right here. I don't know if this stuff so much matters. Here's a smooth. Hey, check the reaction. I didn't see it, but here's a third man 45 hole. Photo poster cards. I mean, I don't think these things. I think at some point you just got record filler, but you know. Special edition gives you the whole rundown, but then also tells you, hey, this is other stuff you could buy from us, type shindig. But what's cool here that you got with this is some demos here. Here's a 2-sided demo by Why Walk a Dog. That's on side B, and side A is Infected by Love. But anyway, so here is a cool little 45, and they did it on this pretty dope blue right here. If you can see the little mix in color right here. And then the dead wax. Let me go to A side. Let me go to the A side right here. You're never going to see it. You know, Jack White's always sneaking in some funky weird stuff in his vinyl. But in the dead wax, it says, Insected by Glove? Instead of Infected by Love. Insected by Glove. Alright? And if you go to the other side, where the song is Why Walk a Dog, in the dead wax it just says, why not? But, funny little tidbit if you've never seen that. Hey man, I'm pretty sure I'll get silly and goofy if you guys are tuning in. I know I'm a little low-key right now. The people that actually watch me, I guess they like to tune in for the fact that I act a fool sometimes. I get a little wild. I get a little out there. I have some fun. But we'll get back to that. But so, yeah, here's the Jack White, man. You know? So kind of this crazy iridescent reflection. I don't know if you can see that. It almost looks like the inside of like a mollusk or a clamshell. But that's super dope. Very well packaged. Like I say, even more goodies abound in here. But lyric sheets. Just take it all out here. Like I say, if you know, this is my first ever vinyl vault, third man vinyl vault object. And if you even see, man, he even colors the inside of the jacket. There's no purpose in that. It's not a gatefold. It doesn't do anything. But they really do all the bells and whistles. And, oh yeah, man, I interrupted myself. I always do. Clicking on eBay, shopping. You know, I was looking for this boarding house reach, right? And so since I didn't want the grandiose, whatever, studio release, and I was looking for this alternate cover, man, they're going for 80, 90, 100 bucks. Sealed, they're breaking that. So this one was already split. It's got a little corner, a little, you know, a little baby dog ear. It's got a little bump on the spine, but it's nothing nuts. But so they're just consistently going way too high, way too high. To show you how long I've had this one, the auction was ending during the Super Bowl. I was bidding on a few different stuff, and like I thought it would be, when the whole world's focus is on the Super Bowl, your boy snagged this for just over 40 bucks. So super happy with that. And then, guess the last little tidbit, as not to talk too long on one record. I don't know how else is going to come through. But this, there you go, that kind of looks blue, at least it does for me. This is barely transparent, smoky, dark blue. So it just looks like solid blue here. But if you were to see it in person, oh man, can I even? I don't even think there's a way. Let me see if this, turn on this light. That's not going to do it either. But actually made it worse. Who cares? It's super dope in the person, in the flesh. Anyways, Jack White. I'm listening to Dead Weather now. Kind of going backwards on someone's collection. Listen to the Go. Oh man, he just dropped a new record from when he was like a teenager too, man. So there's plenty of Jack White out there to be held. So let me just set this down so I'm not eating up too much time. Alright, man. So I guess the next thing, man. while I'm having this calm, cool discussion with you guys. Hopefully you guys are here for the mix. But, man, I was looking at this, something I was going to show anyways. And since it's almost kind of like photo negative and it's gapped, you got this white and black face with a omitted eye, so to speak. It kind of looks like a skull. And I was like, you know what I'm going to do, man? I'm, shaking hands, rubbing elbows, like I like to say. So, there's a dude out there, if you guys don't know, Tony Tainted Lord 87? I better not be getting it wrong. If you're 86, I apologize. Anyways, Tony Tainted Lord 87, if I'm not mistaken. He started a thread the other day, with just 6 records with skulls on it. And I was like, hey man, let me go and partake in this, man. It's the fun of the vinyl community, is socializing and have an excuse to flip through your record collection and engage in discussions or threads or topics people have. So anyways, one of the videos, I think I'm gonna have one repeat here, which is fine. When I say repeat, something I've shown in a previous video. One of my earlier videos, I had 2-parters from big vinyl record hauls, one in a blue hoodie, one in a green hoodie. They don't have a whole lot of views because I just started in the MC, or music, I say MC, it's the music community, it's the vinyl community, but hey man, if you're spinning CDs, cassettes, whatever it is, man, do your thing, man, it's all about the music. But, so I showed this, man, and this nonsense, man. If you want to go back and have a good time with me, the first thing I thought about when I thought of skulls, ironically, with all this heavy metal and death metal and doom metal and gothic metal and black metal, that's really when you think of skulls. But ironically, the first thing that popped in my head was Grateful Dead, which I chose not to show. I haven't watched anyone else's. As soon as I'm done with this video, I always like to see what everyone else chooses, so I'm probably going to go balls deep and watching all these different thread discussions on this topic. But anyways, if you saw me do this in the past, I passed on Grateful Dead, and I went to this CJ and Company. When you look at this blind buy, and you had no clue what it was, if you didn't know what this was, I doubt you'd think this Devil's Gun is disco. But it's most certainly disco. It has potential in a couple tracks. Go back and watch the other video. I think I rant on it a little bit too long. The big, kind of almost like prog disco 7-minute track it kicks off with, Devil's Gun. It's kind of fun and funky. We Got Our Own Thing is kind of cool. That's like A-sides, 2 tracks. It's fun, but Born to Be Free on the back is kind of a 70s disco male agenda, so to speak. And then it ends with a track that has like a flute solo. Anyways, disco gets in the way. It's overproduced. Dope album cover. Blind bought it dirt cheap. Not mad at it, but it is certainly not what you'd think it was by appearance. That is disco. Disco got in the way. Anyways, another thing, I just kind of going with that theme and kind of sticking away from metal, just because, to keep it unique. I'm sure when I watch all these response threads that I'm going to see a whole bunch of metal. And I was like, hey man, let me bring something else to the mix. So I was doing that. Savoy Brown, man. If you don't know about Savoy Brown, late 60s, early 70s goodness, they went a lot longer than that. If you look up Savoy Brown on Wikipedia or whatever, dozens and dozens and dozens of members over the years, and guest musicians in the dozens as well. I'm not exaggerating when I say over 100 people have played in this band. That is not a joke. But if you saw this album cover, let me close this for a second. I'm getting a computer screen glare. Alright, yeah, so if you were to look at this, you would just say, man, that's gotta be heavy metal, man. It's not, man. It's that late 60s British blues rock, hard rock wave. They cycled through vocalists over and over again. This is probably like their 5th album, even though this is probably, early 70s. They started in like 68. They were cranking out music, but a very prolific band. But this is towards the beginning of the end. I thought about also doing Hellbound Train. It's got this crazy, gnarly kind of Hellbound Train, and the artwork's quite literal. It's got tiny skulls everywhere and smokes and devil faces. But so, well, this is kind of a twofer, man. I figured if you're going to do this, I mean, what's more skull than this? So Savoy Brown, somewhere between 70 and 72. If you get in the band, they switch musicians a few times. Cool guitar stuff. Dig the band, but I want to say 72, 73, Hellbound Train, which is probably their 8th, 9th album. It's probably the tail end of what I'm going to listen to with that band. But anyways, man, I can't do this Tainted Lord thread and talk about skulls without just doing one of the most cliche, in your face skull albums ever. And so what I like about this, not only is there a big, I don't know if that's supposed to be an atomic bomb or a thought that's coming off of his head or an explosion or whatever it is, but yeah, man, it's Crocus. But this is the Headhunter album. It's got Eat the Rich in it. It's cliche for a reason when it regards to this band. The best song in their entire catalog. It's probably the most played. It's the Rest for a Reason, Screaming in the Night. I love that song. It's the song that I heard on the radio that got me into this band. I want to say I own 3 Crocus albums, but this is the one that fit the bill. And of course, bonus on the back, all these gentlemen with their half skulls. I don't know what the photographer is telling them what type of face to make, but they look a little bit of a fool. But anyways, dope 80s metal if you get into some of that cornball stuff. And I've been known to get into some of that cornball stuff. But here we go. Let me bang out this thread. Like I say, I'm on that 2 for business. I'm on that 2 birds, 1 stone type thing, man. Time is short, so I was like, hey, man, I'm going to get it all out of the way. And hey, man, you like soundtracks out there? I'm kind of a sucker for soundtracks, always have been. But pardon the glare because this thing is still in the shrink. I split it, but if I buy something new or it has a shrink on it, I leave the shrink. But anyways, you got that contemporary Jolly Roger on the hood there, man. Of course, you got Notchback Grande Mustang on the back. This is personal opinion, Quentin Tarantino's best soundtrack. It's eclectic. It's kind of period oriented. But it's got T-Rex on there, the closing track, which kind of fun hipster European group. I want to say they're French. April March, Chick Habit, Rosario Dawson, one of my celebrity crushes. She looks smoking in this movie. Great performance. It's part of that double feature. It's good as a shortened version. It's good as a long version. I'm probably talking about this movie than I'm talking about more about the music. Hold Tight, Dave D, Dozy, Beaky, Mick, and Titch. That'd be one. That's kind of cool that they shined a light on, well, I should say he, not they. Quentin Tarantino shined a light on an obscure, forgotten band from England. But Death Proof, love the movie. Dig the soundtrack. I'm a sucker for cars. So I don't care if it's a Nova. This one right here, man, if you look at it, this looks like a 68 Camaro. And if I'm not mistaken, it was a Charger and a Nova in the movie. So that just goes to show how many cars this guy probably had if you think about his back history. Stuntman Mike, who doesn't like Stuntman Mike, man. Phil, if you're out here watching this, man, we've had a ball watching that movie. Became a couple inside jokes. But hey, we're in skulls. I guess we'll just keep it metal here for a second before I veer off this topic of show me 6, if I'm not mistaken. 6 skulls, not 5. And so if you watch a recent video, your boy stumbled in some Black Sabbath. So super happy about that. Scored Paranoid debut. Was it Black Sabbath 4? I got so much new vinyl, I'm forgetting what I all acquired. But prior to that, this is the only Black Sabbath I had on vinyl. And it is, let me move this here, the greatest hits. And if you can't just see by this this art of chaos and destruction going on, we just got rows of, it looks like they're picketing with pitchforks or digging ditches for the dead, but you got a whole crew of skeletons and skulls here. But so this chaos going on right here with Black Sabbath. I have this on vinyl, so I figured, hey man, you gotta keep it metal. Sometimes it's gonna be bold in your face, and the whole cover's gonna be skulls. But man, I figured I'd show some Sabbath, man. But Paranoid changes, Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath, Iron Man, Black Sabbath, War Pigs, Tomorrow Dreams, Sweet Leaf. So I don't know what this year is. I know they've had multiple issues of Best of Ozzy, including Black Sabbath, Best of Black Sabbath and compilations and all sorts. But that's the one I had. Okay. Or hey, by the way, shout out to Dio Sabbath, man. I love some Dio, man. Anything he did, seal of approval. There's some people that dismiss that or pass that off. Heaven Hell is a great album. I got that. Some people say Live Evil, some people say Live Evil, but I got that first press of that Dio Sabbath, and that's some rad shit. Thanks, Korea. But hey man, I had a chance. Number 6. I think I've shown every single Judas Priest album except for Ripper. I need the Ripper stuff. I just don't have it. Don't have Jugulator. Don't have it in any form. But I think I've shown every single Halford album except for Nostradamus. And if I'm not mistaken, the one thing that got forgotten would be Sin After Sin, man. If you don't see it right there with the glowing eyes, I don't know, that'd be the entrance to a mausoleum or some mythical doorway to God knows what. But yeah, Columbia Records. I caught this used. Great condition. Everyone knows that classic Columbia label, but super pleased with the condition on that. Metal prices started going up, and this is one of those that you're just like, why does it cost this much now? You know, especially these college campus kids. You go to college town, start flicking through record stores where everything becomes hip and cool, and then prices shoot up, and now all of a sudden these albums go up to, you know, 10, 14. You see people paying $20 for like kind of beat up Judas Priest in like Wilmington, North Carolina, while I was flipping and some stuff like that. Doesn't make any sense. A few years ago, I don't know if you see the price tag, $3.99. That's absurd. This thing plays so nice. I guess if you're a Priest fan like me and you're keeping it real, if you're doing all the Halford stuff and omitting compilations, for a lot of people this is going to fall towards the bottom of the catalog on Judas Priest. But it's got Sinner and Diamonds and Rust as the opener right there. So Sinner is just a juggernaut of a track. But I guess Juggernaut, that's word in my head because of Jugulator. Old Tim the Ripper, man, he could sing though. Anyways, while we're at it, you know, a little mail time here. A little heavy metal thread. We're at 21 minutes. Screw it. If you're down for my videos, you're down for my videos. But here we go, man. I got a theme for my boy DJ Highnoon. And I'm sorry if you're watching it took so long. I try. You might not believe it that I'm at 22 minutes right now and I'm trying to get through these. But here I am, man. And we're having a good time. So he said just choose a theme. Whatever thing you want to do. And I was thinking, you know what? Maybe I'll just do the skull theme. You know, and just pass that off. But I'm like, nah, man. Everyone's going to get what they want, man. I'm not going to make 2 separate videos. I'm going to go for one of these long ones. But it is what it is. So I'm just like, man, double bonus. So, hey, Tim, you would have had you would have had your fill. But I said, you know what, man? I'm going to double down on this. You know, I'm going to treat you special. I'm going to give you one just for you. So, I actually watched some of these. You know, I usually do my video first before I go binge watch everyone else's, so I don't kind of rob their idea or double down. But so anyways, I went with 80s cassettes. Because in the vein of all-inclusiveness and all different people, and the fact that it's the music community, it's not the vinyl community, I figure I show some 80s cassettes. So here we are, man. The glare's going to be real on this plastic. But Moving Pictures, Rush, and if you didn't know, Tom Sawyer kicks off with Tom Sawyer. So, I mean, it's Rush. I mean, this would have been deep into their catalog, man. This is like album number 8 to 10, somewhere in there. 80, 81, don't need to look it up. All right. And then I guess I was just in a little metal mood because I was looking at skulls and I had metal on the mind. So, I guess some of these cassettes are kind of so ubiquitous or so well known that I don't have to speak on them too much. You know, Savoy Brown, vinyl community might not be too much of a deep cut, but you know, the rest of the people might just be like, I don't know what you're talking about. But anyways, while we're at it, we got Ozzy, man. Diary of a Madman. Let me see if I can get that coming clear anywhere. I doubt it. But anyways, this thing survived 30 years, but now my idiot ass can't hold it for a couple seconds. But anyways, so I'll have to fork that, fish that out later without just damaging it. But anyways, it ends with Over the Mountain. It starts with Over the Mountain, ends with Diary of a Madman. It's on cassette. I've had this longer than some of my friends in the vinyl community have been alive. And then there's going to be people that own that since before I was born. So, hey, such is life, man. New beginnings, new people, same music. But, yeah, DJ Highnoon, one of the guys out here in the rap, in the vinyl community, or the music community, that isn't completely against rap. And rap isn't my favorite genre. I don't live for it, but I do like it. And so I figured, hey, man, keep it 80s. A little Run DMC. Sucker MCs, Hollis Crew, Jam Master Jay, Hard Times in that. It's like that. And anyways, so this is 84? Yeah, nail on the head. I didn't have to look. Anyways, a little Run DMC, a little old school rap. And then I kind of did this chronologically. I wasn't even meaning. So I picked this up this morning before I came over here. And so I just threw this stuff in a box and a sweater to wash cars in and what have you. And I said, man, you know who never gets any love? I'm going to grab this and show this. I can't. Of all the music, all the videos I've just been binging in the vinyl community, I was like, you know who I never ever see is Joe Satriani. And today, I take Mom out to a little Mexican meal. I enjoy myself, didn't mess up my stomach or whatever, but I just had to use the bathroom, right? And I don't know about you guys, but the phone and the toilet go hand in hand. So I'm watching a video, and my boy up in Canada, Frank, you know, he's doing his 50 albums that needs to play again thing. I was watching it about 80% through. I just had to cut it off and I'll watch it again. But so he shows us Joe Satriani. Anyways, I figured I'd open it up kind of like you would a gatefold so you can actually see how dope that is. But so, it's ridiculous. The one time I was like, oh man, show that thing that nobody ever shows. And it was shown. So my man beat me to the punch by a half day. But if you didn't know, Joe Satriani was a monster. Really technical, but he could play fast. He was rock, you know, metal, but, you know, really just rock. Look at this thing. This case is just jammed. Hey, you guys remember cassettes? You remember how awesome these things were? Just jammed for no reason. But so, anyways, my man played Ibanez. If you didn't know, he kind of put Ibanez on the map. He instructed, was a mentor to Steve Vai and a couple other musicians that blew up, made it big. Kind of ushered in the wave of 7-string players, if I'm not mistaken. But anyways, Joe Satriani, pretty dope. Surfing with the Alien. If you don't know what that alien is, that is the Silver Surfer, who I'm hoping finally they get right. Not just so much the Silver Surfer, but the Fantastic Four. When this whole nerd merger thing happens that people like me care about, I hope they get it right. But man, I'm guessing this is what, 86, 87? Let me open this up one more again. One mo again. Anyways, yeah, I was right. 1987 here. But so that's dope. But so little Joe Satriani, little screaming guitars, never hurt my feelings. And the last thing, just sneaking in on the theme. This is 1989, if I'm not mistaken. Might have gotten a lot of play in 1990, but this is the Cult, Sonic Temple. And this is when the Cult kind of went commercial. I want to say like went commercial, like they're selling out or actively making a decision. Hey, look at this, dude. Hey, cassettes went clear, man. That's one way you could date yourself too, is that, you know, there's people that listen to cassettes. And you remember like Green Day when they started making them blue and stuff like that. When CDs already came in, they're like, hey, we got to find a novel way for people to keep on buying these cassettes. And then prior to that, you remember the beige yellow ones. And then eventually they went clear. So you can kind of date yourself by the cassettes you owned. But no big mystery right here. Not much effort put on that side. But yeah, this is one of their went commercial, got some fame. And then of course, Sweet Soul Sisters on here, but Fire Woman. And that'd arguably probably be one of their biggest 3, if not 2, depending on who you ask, their number 1 most known song of all time. But anyways, the Cult, Sonic Temple. About to wrap it up here, man. I'm about at 30 minutes, so I guess the last little tidbit is that support your boy DJ Highnoon. My man's getting subscriptions for a reason. He's good people. So I figured, hey man, let me give him a shout out when I'm making one of these videos. I'm showing stuff anyways. I'm going to keep on showing. I got so much of this Nashville scores to show. I got so much stuff in Nashville. So expect me to show some gems. I got some psych goodness. I bought my first MoFi records. I bought record store day finds, like backlog record store day finds, new presses sealed, old funk, all sorts of random stuff. But I guess the last little tidbit here, upon request, here it is. Lyrics. You know what I mean? So I figured, man, your boy's just on some metal stuff. Let me turn on this computer real quick because I started writing down lyrics and I'm like, hey, you dumb human. Why would you write stuff down with a pencil when you can just turn on a computer and read lyrics? Anyway, so, oh man, let's get this computer warmed up as I make you guys wait as this thing just coughs its way into working. But so, any oozles. Gotta sneak one of those in, right? Can't have a video where I don't start saying something cliche because I'm not used to being on camera and I'm used to start saying stuff that you might say once or twice a week, but now you're just known for saying it all the time in the vinyl community. So, yeah, here I am. Any hoozling it up. But, yeah. I guess when I went through it, man, there's so many different lyrics that touch you. Some are emotional. You know, my dad passed away and I listened to a lot of Neil Young singer-songwriter stuff, and there's stuff I grew up with like John Prine that just kind of reminds me of family and spending time like that. And so, oh, that's cool. Oh man, I didn't see. I'm getting sidetracked here. I'm trying not to see. You know, I'm trying to be quick, not showing you stuff. But look at Jungle Julia there, just looking delicious, man. Tell you what, I could frame that and put a white sleeve in there. I wouldn't mind staring at that on my wall. But so, yeah. Anyways. Side notes, distractions. I've been known for it. More stuff in there I didn't show. But I'm just going to bypass. You know, 30 minutes is one thing, but when you start to get to 40 minutes, man, you're wasting people's time. So when I was at it, I'm just like, man, maybe I'll do another theme. You know, pick one thing and roll with it, right? So I did that, and I was like, man, what's music that motivates? Your boy's back in the gym. I'm doing work. Been listening to a lot of, you know, Black Flag and old Henry Rollins, and I've been listening to some hardcore, metalcore, and some of that stuff like that. And, I mean, I'm a big fan of, like, self-accountability, nutting up when you have to, making changes, holding yourself responsible. So I just kind of went with Hatebreed here, man. I don't know if you know about the band Hatebreed. Name's kind of tongue-in-cheek. They kind of preach, you know, doing shit that matters. But so sometimes it's just a hard course that's repetitive, gets you going, and then you listen to the rest of the track. But anyways, let me, right here in acid. In ashes they shall reap. So we got here, I was born to bleed, fighting to succeed, built to endure what this world throws at me, born to succeed. But that is dope. Just that right there alone. I don't need to get to the rest of it. But that's one track right there, just the chorus. But if this will open, I will be heard. Okay, let me just chime in the middle of this. Nobody needs me to read an entire song, though. You can listen to it. I've got to take my life back. One chance to make it right. I've got to have my voice be heard and bring meaning to this life. Because I've trusted for nothing. I've been led astray. I've been tried and tested, but I won't accept defeat. Now I've done things that I regret. And it's time for me to reverse the rules. I just want to make good on all the promises I have made. I will be heard. That's dope. I don't care what anyone says. That is dope music. And then let me see what else I got here, man. Oh, Perseverance. Something I actually wrote down, man. But Perseverance. Your world is coming apart. Remain steadfast. Perseverance. Against all opposition. Crushing all limitations. Pure strength. Through solitude, discipline, and determination. But this is now, so many of their songs are just dope as hell. But yeah, let me go and get kicked off of YouTube. Do I have the volume up? Who knows? I've been listening to my headphones. Yeah. But yeah. Yeah, I messed with this though, man. This one right here is more kind of metalcore vocals you'd expect that if you don't like this hard music, you might not get into. The other one's a little bit crisper, clearer vocals, which I appreciate if the guy likes all sorts of music. But so he's just kind of hammering out a paragraph at you, and then kind of giving those like power. But yeah. So anyways, Shut up, Eric. Yeah, anyways. So some of them kind of in those metalcore, hardcore ways you'd expect. They kind of hammer out lyrics in that kind of like war chant mode really quick. But some of them, you know, the actual songs, the development of lyrics over an entire track are really rad. And sometimes they just got that like power course, get this through your brain, you know. What's one of the lines they had in one of the songs? All my life's sorrows are my own infliction. Oh, what is it, man? I got too many songs in my head right now to remember, and it's about bedtime. But I gotta be working no time before you know it. But yeah, man, a little hate breed. There's no need to keep on yapping, right? So here I am. Here I go, man. I guess the goal now is to keep these under 40 minutes. So hey, thanks for tuning in. Tainted Lord, the metal community. If you're tuning in, leave a comment, man. What's up, metal community? Jazz people, if you sat through this completely, totally non-jazz oriented stuff, leave a comment, man. I'm out there watching your stuff. But, yeah, I'm messing with y'all. I'm enjoying myself. Good tunes to everyone. Good times. Be safe. Work hard. Enjoy life. All that jazz. But, I won't accept defeat. Anyways, I'm going to end it right here. You guys make good on all the promises you've ever made, and your life will do all right by you. And if you don't, and you come up short, try and mean something. Anyways, take care. God bless. Have a beautiful day.